In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can move from being someone who is just an information provider to someone who can influence audiences when you stand up and deliver your next presentation. The first key to becoming an influencer of an audience is to really know who is your audience, who is in the room. What are they there for? What are their motivations? The better that you know your audience, the easier your presentation will become to prepare, to enable you to influence those that are in the room. So it's really vital for you to understand, firstly, who is in the room, what are they there for, what are their motivations, what are their pain points, and what are they after? Because we are all after something. When we sit in a presentation, we sit in a room for a sales pitch or for any form of presentation, there is something that as an audience member we want. Now you, when it's your turn to speak, need to think about how you can tap into that and help your audience achieve what it is they want. When you can understand what it is they want, what their motivations are, what their pain points are, you can better tailor your message and, more importantly, build a much better connection with your room and those that are in there because you understand their particular challenges. So the first thing you want to do to enable you to move from being someone who is just an information provider and actually move into someone who is a true influencer of people is to know the people that you're talking to. Once you know the people that you're talking to, you can then start to craft your message appropriately. And the second element of this, which is closely aligned to the first point in terms of understanding your audience, is to make sure that your message is delivered in a way that is what I call you-focused. As you prepare your presentation, as you look at what you're planning to say, if you find yourself saying I a lot or we a lot, in other words, talking about yourself or your organization, it shows that your message is focused on you and the things that you want and the things that you care about. You need to turn that around and focus it on the audience and show the audience and talk to the audience in a way that show that there is a lot of the word you coming out. In other words, you're showing them how they, as you, the audience member, can get benefits from whatever it is you're presenting. So make sure that you convert your conversation, your presentation from being I, we, basically self-focused, to moving it to you-focused, so the audience understands what they can get from it. Aligned with that is you've got to start talking of benefits and not features. So the key here is to think about, okay, well, what are the features of your product and convert them into the benefits that are relevant for your audience members. So we all have, it could be this microphone here in front of me, this camera that's recording, it has specific features. They are irrelevant to me in the sense of I don't particularly care about the features. However, I do care about the benefits of those features. Let's take a car tire. A car tire is just a round piece of rubber with some grooves cut into it that enable me to drive my car. Now, the reality is the features are that it's rubber, it's got grooves in it. Every tyre has that. Now there are different ways that they put the grooves in the tyres to provide different benefits, whether it's for speed, better handling, reduced stopping distance, all of those come together. But you'll notice that when the tyre manufacturers are advertising their tyres, they're not promoting the fact that it's rubber, it's got grooves in it. They're talking about the benefits. The benefits in this case, for example, might be to me as a family man, is to say, well, look, you're going to get much safer stopping distances so you can stop the car quickly when you need to in an emergency situation and keep the family safe. That's the benefit. You need to work through the features of your products, services, whatever it is that you're presenting to your audience and go, the features are nice, but they're you focus. You're interested in the features of your product. You might be really proud of them. You've actually got to convert that around to say the benefits of whatever it is that you're talking about to your audience is blah. So make sure you move from features into benefits. As you do this, your presentation will help you become more you-focused. Again, it comes back to being more audience-focused, enables you to move to be more influential to the audience that you're talking to. Another way that you can do this is through building a much deeper and much richer connection, and that happens when you incorporate stories. So it could be client testimonials, client examples, stories that you have in your own personal experience that you can use to help create a relatability. To create that connection between yourself and your audience will make it much more engaging. I still remember corporate presentations from 20 years ago that incorporated stories. I'd quite easily forget presentations that were delivered to me last week because they didn't have any stories. Stories will create a memorability. They will create a connectability. They will create a relatability between you and your audience. So they're super powerful. So make sure that you incorporate stories into your presentation, into your sales pitch, to help build that connection and strengthen the emotional and the logical connection between what it is you're offering to your clients and their attraction to it. Stories are super, super powerful. Don't neglect them. They will enable you to become a true influencer. Finally, the way that you can truly move from being just an information provider to an audience influencer is through being genuine. And it's being in the moment. Now that means that you have got to have a structure to your sales pitch, but you cannot have a full word-for-word script. You have got to be able to stand up and deliver your pitch, deliver your presentation from here and from here. You shouldn't be reading a bit of paper, because the minute you're reading a bit of paper, that indicates that you're there just to deliver information. When you can stand and deliver your pitch from here and from here, it says that you're in the moment, you're there to try and influence the audience with what you know. It's a subtle difference, but it communicates so much to those in the room. And it allows you the flexibility to adapt and go with the flow. In other words, your audience can ask you questions and you can change tack on the fly. You can move with where the audience thinking is at. So make sure that you're delivering your pitch without the notes, but you have a structure. Now, if you want a great structure for you to deliver your sales pitch, come and check out my website at Academy.com. Sign up for my email newsletter list, and you can get, apart from regular updates from me, you will get a 7-step sales pitch formula that will help you structure your sales presentations to maximize your ability to influence and persuade and sell your products and services to your audience. So check that out. So remember, you have got to be audience focused. You have got to make sure that every message that you deliver in your presentation is you focused. It's you to the audience. There is no I or we, it's more you. Incorporate stories, use a structure, and really have fun, live in the moment, be in the moment with your audience, and that will enable you to move from being an information provider to someone who can influence audiences of any size.